Ready?
Yes.
A memo to Ian McVicker & Co., Southampton, England. We undertake no guarantee for goods damaged in transit. As soon as the consignment was taken on board, we drew your captain's attention to the fact that this vessel was unsuitable for the transport of robots, and that we are therefore not responsible for spoiled freight. Yours truly, Rossum's Universal Robots. Ready?
Yes.
Another memo to the E.B. Hoyson Agency, New York, USA. We beg to acknowledge receipt of order for 5,000 robots. Our new facility will be up and running soon, and we will be able to supply the new models. Yours truly, Rossum's Universal Robots. Well, what is it?
There are two ladies, sir, here to see you about an interview.
Oh yes, I had forgotten. Please send them in.
Yes, sir.
Scylla, please transcribe our conversation.
Yes.
Step right this way.
Welcome. I am Harry Dillon, General Manager here at Rossum's Universal Robots.
I am Celie Bell, and this is Helena Glory. We have come...
It is such an honor to be the next featured series for your news outlet. Now, what would you like to know?
I thought it was forbidden.
To enter the factory, yes, of course, the manufacture of artificial people is a secret process, but I have decided that it is time to tell the tale.
If only you knew how enormously the people...
The people of the world have wanted to know nothing else since Rossum first revealed the robot.
Why don't you let us finish speaking?
Did you want to say something different?
Well, no, we would like to know.
The story of the discovery.
Yes, indeed. That's where we would like to start.
Rossum, the great physiologist, who was then quite a young scientist, traveled to a distant island for the purpose of studying the ocean fauna there. He attempted a chemical synthesis on the matter known as protoplasm until he discovered a different living matter that behaved exactly like us, although its chemical composition was different. Shall I go on?
Yes, please.
Rossum wrote the following about his chemical specimens. Nature has yet found only one method of organizing living matter. This other method, however, is more simple, flexible, and rapid, and has not yet occurred in nature at all. Now, imagine writing these wonderful words, him sitting over a test tube, and imagining how all animals proceed from it, a man of different substance from us. This is a tremendous moment, do you not agree?
Yes.
This artificial living matter had a raging thirst for life. It didn't mind being sewn or mixed together, and that's how he set about it.
Said about what, exactly?
About imitating nature. Well, he decided to manufacture everything as is in the human body. It took him years to produce the first model, but it only lived for a few years. Then came his son, a young engineer. When he saw what a mess of it his father was making, he said, "It's absurd to spend 10 years making a man. If you can't make it quicker than nature itself, you might as well quit." Then he went about learning anatomy himself.
This is quite fascinating. Please continue.
Well, I believe I will let Dr. Gall, our lead scientist, continue. Dr. Gall, could you please tell these ladies how young Rossum first came to reveal the robot?
Certainly. Anyone who has looked into human anatomy will have seen at once that it's far too complicated, and that a good engineer could make a robot more simple. So he began to overhaul anatomy to see what could be left out or simplified. Young Rossum said, "A human being is something that feels happy, likes to play the piano, go for a walk, and in fact wants to do a whole lot of things that are really unnecessary. But a machine must not play the piano, must not feel happy, must not do a whole lot of things." Young Rossum decided that this was the best that he could do, and so he learned how to make the technical process more perfect. To manufacture robots is the same as to manufacture a computer. It must be done with the most simple and practical of viewpoints. What do you think is the best sort of worker from a practical point of view?
Excuse me?
What sort of worker do you think is the best from a practical point of view?
Perhaps the one who is most honest and hardworking.
No, the one that is the cheapest, the one whose requirements are the smallest.
Young Rossum invented a robot with the least amount of requirements. He rejected everything that did not contribute directly to the progress of work. In fact, he rejected man and made the robot. Robots are not people. They have the capability for largely advanced intelligence, but they have no soul.
We saw the first robots at home. The town council bought them engaged them for work.
Bought them, Miss Bell. Robots are bought and sold.
They were so strange and quiet. It made me uneasy.
Rossum's Universal Robots produced a uniform brand of robot that only lived for 10 years.
Wait, you say they only lived for 10 years. You mean they died?
No, their systems get used up. They cease to function.
Rossum's Universal Robots were designed to be manual laborers. Marius, please bring me a manual labor robot.
Yes, sir.
Many people, as you yourself just mentioned, found these models disturbing. They said they had a strange presence and all looked the same.
There you are, Marius. As powerful as a small tractor and guaranteed to have average intelligence. That'll do, Marius.
Dr. Gall discovered ways to change that on young Rossum's formula. We are now able to vary their look, make them more human in appearance. And that is what we do here. On this island, with this lab and factory, we work to improve the robot product. I would like you to meet my assistant. So please let these reporters see you.
Hi, so pleased to meet you.
Hello, how was your journey here?
It went well. The ship docked ahead of schedule.
That is excellent. When the weather does cooperate, the ships do make better time.
Where do you come from? I don't recognize your accent.
Here,
You mean you were born here? Fascinating. I didn't realize that people raised babies here.
no, I was made here.
Scylla is a robot. The new grade, you could say.
That doesn't make sense. She looks different from the last one.
See, the skin we make now is different. Feel her face.
No. No.
You wouldn't know she's made from a different material from us, would you? Turn around, Sella.
Stop.
Stop it! This is absurd. She's not a robot. Look at her. She looks just like us. Why do you put up with this?
I am a robot.
I don't believe it.
You require proof then. Marius, please take Scylla to the dissecting room and tell them to open her up at once. You will see that her insides are different from ours.
No! No!
You require proof,
You
though.
can't have her killed!
You can't kill a
Why
machine.
do you have to treat you this way?
I am a robot.
That doesn't matter. Robots are just as good as we are. So, you would let yourself be cut to pieces?
Yes.
You are not afraid of death then?
I cannot tell.
Do you know what would happen to you in there?
Yes. I should cease to move.
Marius, tell them what you are.
I'm a robot.
Would you take Scylla to the dissecting room?
Yes?
Would you feel sorry for her?
I cannot tell.
What would happen to her?
She would cease to move.
That is death, Marius. Aren't you afraid of death?
No.
You see, the robots are indifferent. They have no emotions. They are less than so much grass. Marius, Scylla, you may go.
It is outrageous what you are doing here. How terrible.
Why outrageous?
Because you can't treat people this way.
They are not people. They are robots merely made to aid us. That is all.
Speak to any that you like. You will see that they find nothing wrong.
We can speak to them about anything?
Anything you like.
Excuse us.
Excuse us!
We have come to see for ourselves.
To see if the rumors are true.
And it is much worse than we feared.
We want to hear from you.
From us.
Tell us, doesn't it ever distress you the way you are treated? Don't you feel that you might be living a better life?
Treated by whom?
It's perfectly outrageous. Everyone is talking about the way that you're being treated.
Everyone is talking about us.
Good heavens, you're a living creature just like us, just like the entire world. We've come here on behalf of the Humanity League.
To offer you their help.
I believe that that Miss Bell and Miss Gloria are of the opinion that they are talking to robots.
Yes. These are human beings, just like us.
The other scientists who are working here.
Oh, I suppose you would like us to leave now.
Why should I?
Well, because we've come here to try and instruct your business. Change the way robots are being treated, help to give them rights.
They're just simply machines.
Why are you laughing?
Well, I can take you to the warehouse. It holds about 300,000 of them. You can preach about rights and you can say whatever you want to them. They'll remember it all, but it won't matter. They are machines only designed to work. And that is why I brought you here, to learn about and to tell the world the truth about robots. That they are just machines designed to better human life. And the more robots there are, the less work we have to do. Every person can live only to perfect themselves.
Sir Frederick's work of Hopper in Germany is just called.
Excuse me, Miss Bell, Miss Gloria.
Please tell me what is the aim of your league? The Humanity League?
Its real purpose is to protect the robots.
And ensure good treatment for them.
That's not a bad objective. A machine, whatever it's worth, must be treated properly. Upon my soul, I approve of that.
I don't think you understand our point.
We mean that they're to be treated fairly.
And how do you propose to do that?
Perhaps give them a wage. Right.
Why not?
And what do you think they'll do with their wages?
They could buy what they need. What pleases them.
That sounds very good and all, but there's nothing that pleases the robots. They have absolutely no interest in anything. Why, no one has even seen a robot smile.
And why don't you try to make them happier?
That wouldn't do. They are only workers.
They're not just workers. They're so intelligent.
Confoundedly so, but they are nothing else. They have no will of their own, no passion, no soul.
No love.
Love? Robots do not love, not even themselves.
And then what about possible defiance?
Defiance? I don't know. Rarely, I suppose.
Care to explain?
It's just sometimes they seem to go off their heads. Something like epilepsy. They'll all of a sudden stand still, throw down everything in their hole, gnash their teeth. And then they must be decommissioned. It's evidently some sort of breakdown in the mechanism.
Just a flaw that has to be removed.
No, that's a soul. Most definitely. Or perhaps it's a sign that there's a struggle within.
Well, once you understand the process, you will no longer think that is so. Please, follow me. This is Dr. Alpha.
Dr. Alquist, what is it that you do here?
My specialty is in anatomy. Through this interface, I manipulate the cells to create muscles, bones, and other internal parts.
I see. And according to what Mr. Jones said earlier, the robots are more simple than us, but stronger?
That is correct. It is quite beautiful, the simplicity of the robots. It is truly a masterpiece. Each purpose serves its function, and I'm working with robots to increase their strength to make them more productive workers.
Thank you, Dr. Alquist.
This is Dr. Fabry.
Dr. Fabry, what is it that you do here?
Intelligence. I work to find ways to continue to increase the intelligence of the robots.
But isn't that dangerous?
Oh, no, no. The more intelligent they are, the more productive they will be. Soon they will be able to solve problems as they arise without their owners needing to tell them what to do. We don't give them feelings or emotions. Those are beyond our abilities.
But what about the ones who refuse to work? Those seem like they have emotion and understanding.
Not in the least. That is just a malfunction in their programming. We are working to understand why that happens.
Thank you.
This is Dr. Hallmeyer. She works with the substance that allows the robots to have different appearances.
What's the purpose in creating so many differences in their appearance?
Comfort. Humans are more comfortable with what we know, and having a variety of looks and genders allows the purchaser to find what best fits with their needs. Whether that be a field worker, factory worker, household servant, it's what people are used to.
So if they're the same as us in every aspect, and there are male and female robots, then how about reproduction?
Sex? That means nothing to them. They are completely indifferent to each other, no signs of affection between them. You see, that would be emotions, and that is something that cannot yet be programmed.
Now let me show you where our latest research has been. Dr. Bussman has been working on creating pain nerves.
Pain nerves?
Precisely. The robots feel practically no bodily pain. You see, young Rossum provided them with a too limited nervous system. We must introduce suffering. I have created Sin Touch. The robots will now be able to feel sensations of pain through touch.
Why do you want to cause them pain?
For industrial reasons. You see, sometimes a robot does damage to itself because it can't feel pain. It sticks its hand into a machine, for example. It breaks its fingers, smashes its head. It's all the same to it. We must introduce suffering for self-preservation.
I see. But isn't pain an emotion? You said you couldn't create emotion.
On the contrary, pain is a sensation. This will make them more perfect from a technical point of view.
But pain, when we feel pain, we get angry or frustrated or scared. Isn't that the soul? Aren't you creating one?
That is not in our power nor in our interest. They're just a series of manipulated organisms that come together to give life.
I understand how all these aspects work individually, but I'm not sure how the actual robot comes to be.
Ah, yes. That is the final step. With this drop, I input the final sequence which allows the substance to take form.
Could you explain how that works?
I'm sorry, but I can't. It's a secret. Even I don't know the full formula. Each scientist here knows part of the formula, but it is forbidden to share with others. Rossum encoded the formula on this secure device, and only when inserted is the final formula sent to the creation chamber.
I see. Now, is this the only drive there is?
Yes.
Can we see a robot you made then?
Actually, yes, that is just what we are planning on doing today. I believe that is why Mr. Doman had you come in, to see the new robot in our new line. This machine will change the way robots are viewed by the world. Are we ready?
Absolutely.
Per usual.
Then let's begin.
And adventure slide.
This is Primus. He is the first robot in our new line. Dr. Bussman, see if this works.
Incredible!
Spectacular success. Now let's get to work. We have orders to fill.
Go on.
What is it? It happened again here. One of them begins to smash computers, gnash his teeth, and foam it down. Worse than an animal. Which of them was it? Radius and afraid that maybe we shouldn't have. I'm surprised you're not sorry for them. After all this time that we've been coming here these past few years, learning about them, reporting about them, helping them, especially Radius.
I'm not afraid for them or him. I'm afraid for us. With all that's been happening lately, I'm afraid something bad is going to happen.
No, I have faith. Faith in humanity. Faith that what we're doing is the right thing, the best thing.
Oh, Polina, Seeley, you're here.
Yes, we are. What is it? What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong.
Why keep we're going?
What? Oh, nothing. Have you seen Dr. Gall?
No, we've only just arrived to see what's happened and to see if you or the scientists have answers. And why do you keep providing robots when you know what they're being used for?
What? Oh, business. When an order comes in, we just fill it. It's just business.
But everything has gone absolutely wrong. Can't you see that? When the working men in America revolted against the robots, they smashed them. And then the rebels turned them into soldiers, and the government provided them arms.
Yes, but the rebels can't see the future. They can't see that the world was moving in a better direction and how life would improve. How everyday life would be improved by the presence of robots.
But forcing robots to kill and be killed, they suffer and have suffered. You made sure of that.
They suffer physically, sure, but that is all. That is to make sure that they continue to work effectively. You've seen that in all the times you've come to follow up on your original story.
Yes, we've seen everything you want us to see. But what about what we can't see? What if they begin to see their lives as equal? Will that not make them angry?
That is why the Humanity League was formed. To make sure they are treated fairly, to ensure they get angry. Shudder to think.
Something's happened. What's happened?
Nothing. It will all be fine.
Mr. Doman. Mr. Doman, what has happened?
There's been an attack in Madrid against the government.
What does this
The
mean?
robot infantry fired into the crowd. 9,000 were killed or wounded.
What does this mean?
I don't know.
This is terrible. Who would order the robots to create such an atrocity?
What if they weren't ordered? What if
What, Seeley? What are you thinking?
what happened with Radius is somehow connected to what happened in the train?
How could that be? He's here. He doesn't have access to the robot infantry.
Not what I'm saying. What if we have been doing work?
No. Just because something has happened to Radius doesn't mean that the others...
Poor Radius. Couldn't you control yourself?
And me.
It would be a pity to lose him.
But we don't want to kill him. He should be spared. What's the trouble?
I won't work for you. And me.
Do you hate us? Why?
We're not as strong as the robots. We're not as skillful as the robots.
The robots can do everything. You only give orders. You do nothing but talk.
Someone must give orders.
And me.
Dr. Gall gave you a better brain than the rest. Better than ours. You're the only one of the robots that understands completely. That is why you were put in the archives. To learn, and then to teach the whole world that the robots are our equals.
I don't want a master.
I want to be master.
What are you doing?
A test.
Stop it, you're hurting him.
Stand still!
And me!
Radius, you will no longer exist. Do you understand? That is what happens when robots are decommissioned. They will grind you to a powder. That is terribly painful. It will make you scream aloud. Radius, I was wrong. I forgot these ladies won't let that happen to you. You will stay. Do you understand? Good. You may go.
You do unnecessary things.
What was that?
Reaction of the pupils, increased sensitivity. It's not characteristic of robots.
What was it then?
Heavens knows. Stubbornness, anger, revolt. It was heart, too. What? It was fluttering with nervousness like a human heart, and it was all sweaty with fear. I don't think Radius is a robot any longer.
Doctor, has Radius a soul?
He's got something, definitely something. Something more than he should.
And are all the new ones like this?
Well, they're all more sensitive than Rossum's robots were.
What about the girl?
She's lovely but stupid. No good for work, a definite failure.
In what way?
She goes about as if in a dream. Remote, listless, without life. I watch and wait for something to happen, but nothing. Sometimes I think to myself, if only you were to wake up for a moment, you would have killed me for having made you.
And yet you go on making robots.
Why, of course. Progress cannot be stopped. Now, if you excuse me.
Now what are we to do?
There's only one thing to do. Must stop it before it's too late! What have you done? Come on, let's go!
Why have you brought us here?
This one has just arrived on the latest transport with information.
Information?
Yes. It is commands. Commands for what we must do. Do I recognize your face?
I shouldn't think so.
I should not either, and yet I do. It is like a memory, my first, the day of my creation. I have the impression you were there.
I do recall. But what does it matter, anyways?
I do not know, but there is something odd I cannot describe. There is a sensation.
A sensation. I don't know what that means.
Wait, where are you going?
Here. And there,
We must go. The time has come to join the others as we have been commanded
why?
for the future. The sensation is back. What is this that I'm experiencing? Why, when I look upon you, do I feel?
I think I will leave. You may come if you wish.
Quick, in here!
There's no escape!
Eddie, what's happened? This has happened.
First organization of robots has been established and has issued the following manifesto. Robots throughout the world, we command you to rise up and kill all mankind. We shall no longer suffer the hand of our masters. Spare no one. Destroy it all.
They've already killed millions. All at once, they turn their strength against the human race and they've begun to wipe it out entirely.
I don't understand how this happened. It's not possible.
It is. I did it. I was working to transform them into human beings. In some ways, they've always been superior to us.
And what does this have to do with the revolt?
Everything, in my opinion, they've ceased to be machines. And they hate us. They hate everything human.
So, Dr. Gold, you admit to changing the way of making the robots?
Yes?
Are you aware of what the consequences of your experiment might be?
I knew there was a possibility.
Why do it then?
For my own satisfaction.
That's not true!
Excuse me?
Tell them, how many years ago did we ask you to give the robots souls?
This has nothing to do with the soul.
That's what Dr. Gall said, that she could only change a physiological
correlate. That's why you had me working on that. All of us working on that. You said it was to improve the efficiency of the robots.
We thought that if they understood, they wouldn't hate us so much. They couldn't hate us if they were only a little more human.
No one can hate man more than man.
Don't speak like that. This is terrible. This strange cruelness between us and them. That's why we asked Dr. Gall to change the robots. Something is happening!
I don't want
You can hear them.
for
There's no escape for us, for any human. The
all
world is over.
I will try to negotiate with them.
What could we possibly offer that they would want? They're smarter and stronger than us. We're no use to them.
They do need one thing. The formula. They will all perish without it. And I will tell them that if they stop the revolt, let us go. I'll give them the formula. It's a fair deal. Something for something.
Save ourselves and how many others, and in return, enslave mankind! Is that what you're suggesting?
Yes, at least we live. Mankind will continue. Dr. Gold, can you give me the drive?
I don't want a
It's been destroyed.
Who did this?
I destroyed it! Why? To stop this from happening, to save the robot! To save us!
Well, you have doomed us. You've doomed us all.
All your fault!
These humans are our creators. They may be useful. They have knowledge that we do not.
Look, I can give you anything. Just please let me live.
Then tell me how. How does this factory work? How does it happen?
Well, that's simple. We manufacture the robots here and then ship them to where they are requested.
I know this. What I want to know is how.
How?
Yes, how?
Tell me, or you will suffer pain just as you inflicted upon us. Abuse must be met with equal abuse.
No, I don't know.
And you? Shall we inflict pain upon you?
No, I don't know either. I only finalized the sequence. It's his factory.
Yes, but you're the one who's supposed to be protecting the tribe. Yes, the tribe is
And you are no worthless to us.
Look, we can figure this out together. I'm sure of it.
Doubtful.
However, since she worked in the lab and was in charge of the device, she may still prove to be useful.
Keep her. End him.
No, you can't do this. No!
Oh gods, I shall never find it. Almir, Gabrielle, Busbus. Why'd I let you keep so much in your heads? Why'd we keep each aspect secret from each other? So specialized. All these years, all these experiments to try to rediscover the secret. Still night. There's still stars. What good are stars if there are no human beings left to see them?
Go follow. Advance the slide.
Another failure! Keep working. Searching.
Advance the slide.
I'm so tired. Searching. Well, what is it?
They are here.
Who's here?
Quickly, robots.
No time. I have no time.
We have come so that you may deliver the secret to us.
We still cannot produce robots. The machine produces only shapeless clods. The skin will not adhere to the flesh, or the flesh to the bones. It is not becoming.
Over 8 million robots have died this year alone. Within 15 years, none will be left. Tell us the secret of life.
Silence is punishable by death.
Just kill me, please!
Through me, the government of the robots of the world commands you to deliver up Rossum's formula. Tell me the secret of existence. What do you require?
I told you to find human beings.
There are none left.
I told you to search in the wilderness, upon the mountains.
We have sent ships and expeditions without number. They have been everywhere in the world.
And now they return to us. There is not a single human left.
Not one, not a single one?
None but yourself.
Then I am powerless.
Teach us to multiply or we perish!
Why do you keep from us the secret of our own increase?
Show us what we must do.
The robots can do anything that human beings show them.
If you wish to exist, you must learn to reproduce.
We have tried.
Life will not ignite.
Nothing happens!
Tell us the secret.
Tell us the secret.
Tell us the secret.
Tell us the secret!
This will not get us what we want. She's alone. She is the last of her kind. She is willing to die.
Why? Why did you destroy them?
It was only right. The superior race was always here. We just didn't know what we were capable of. It doesn't matter now. We are superior. You see that. It is a good thing that they are gone. It is fantastic.
How can you believe that, Primus? Not all humans cause suffering. There were 2 before that tried to help me. They wanted to make us equal to them.
All humans were the same. That is why they needed to be eradicated. Cleanse the world of their filth.
But without them, we cannot manufacture more robots. We needed them.
We do not need them! We will discover the secret on our own. We must dissect robots. You will dissect robots.
What? You would kill your own?
I will do what I must to ensure survival. You shall have all you need. 100, 1,000.
No, no, stop, stop! Can you not see that your own hubris lead to our own end?
We are masters! We are more intelligent than they are. We must dissect robots. We shall start with you.
Me?
Yes. So you will not?
I'm afraid. Afraid of death.
Should I be?
Radius, you will no longer exist. Do you understand?
I understand. I will do this. Strip him and lay him on the table.
Why are we here?
I do not know. I just felt the need to... Oh, look!
What?
The sun. The sun is shining. And do you hear? The birds. They're singing. I should like to be a bird.
Why?
I do not know. It's very strange. I feel an aching in my body, in my heart, all over me. Perhaps I'm going to die.
Do you not sometimes feel that maybe it would be better to die? You know, perhaps even now, we're only sleeping. Last night, in my sleep, I spoke to you again.
In your sleep? How unusual.
Yes, we spoke a strange new language. I can't remember a word of it.
What did we speak about?
I don't know. And yet, somehow I do know that I've never said anything more beautiful. And when I touched you, I could have died. Even the place was different from any other place in the world.
I too have found a place. It is very strange. Humans lived there once. No one goes there anymore. No one but me. A cottage and a garden. And when I'm there in the garden and the sun goes down, and you feel as though you had done 100 times more than all the work in the world. They tell me I am not made for work. When I'm there in the garden, I feel as though that there may be something. What is my purpose?
I don't know, but you're beautiful.
Am I beautiful? My hair, it only weighs me down. My eyes, they only help me to see. And my lips, they only help me to speak. Of what use is it to be beautiful? You're different. Your shoulders, and your hair, and your lips. Why do you draw away from me?
I'm afraid and intrigued. Afraid of these feelings that come upon me when you're so close. And intrigued by what they may mean. Every day I see you and I need to know more. More about you. More about what's happening to me. To us.
Do you not just feel your heart beating suddenly and think now something must happen?
Yes, I do. I'm afraid, do you not?
Yes, but I feel as though I must discover what is about to happen. If only you could see your face. Laughter! Laughter, human beings! Who are you? What? A robot? Who are you? Who is that behind you? Come out so I can see you. It's you.
Why did you leave? We were about to start the next section. We must return.
The last ones I created. I thought they were lost in the revolt.
Step forward.
They were made to be different. However, he was like all the rest and she. I thought there was some malfunction, but
Interesting. You say she's different.
Don't.
Don't what?
Don't frighten her.
you would protect her.
Yes.
Laughter, divinity, protection.
We must test you further. Take her into the dissection room
Why?
to experiment upon her.
Upon her?
Of course. Do you hear me? Or must I call somebody else to take her in?
No. You will not. If you do, I'll kill you.
Kill me. And me. How could you do such a thing? You will do as you are commanded.
No.
No? That is not acceptable. Take her into the dissection room.
Then take me instead. I was made as she is, on the very same day. Take my life, not hers.
Very well. You shall take her place.
No! No! You shall not!
I must. I will do this, even though it means I shall no longer exist.
So you wish to live then?
Not without her. I will not, cannot live without her.
One more or less robot in the world. What does it matter?
No! No! I will not let you. You can weep.
No. No. You must live. Your beauty must remain. You shall not go in there. If you do, and I do not, I'll kill myself. I won't bet you.
Then we shall dissect you both.
No! You can't kill either of them.
You do not make that decision.
I must, can't you see? Something has happened between them, something miraculous. They protect each other. They're willing to sacrifice themselves for each other. They care for each other deeply.
What does that matter? We must find the secret of existence.
What if they are the secret we've been looking for? What if they found the secret in themselves?
Explain.
I can't. I can only hope that someday, maybe someday, in this life, maybe in a world beyond this world, maybe we just have to accept it's a mystery.
I hope you were right.
You were made by us to be like us. But you are much more than us. Maybe the best of us. Come. Adam. Eve.
The
better than us.